In this section, you'll learn how to upload files to OneDrive using Microsoft Graph, including both small and large files. Microsoft Graph supports, through the REST API and multiple SDKs, the ability to upload files to OneDrive. There are two different ways that you can do this. You can do a simple upload. This is an API that supports uploading files to OneDrive of up to 4 megs in size. And there's a large file upload. This is a reusable API that supports uploading files larger than 4 megs in size. And you can see we're going to cover that in this section. Microsoft Graph supports uploading files up to 4 megabytes in size using a simple HTTP put request. To upload a file, you simply submit an HTTP put to the collection where the file should be created. The request URL must include the name of the file to create and end with the content endpoint. The request must include an HTTP request header of content type with a value that matches the type of the data being uploaded, and the contents of the file should be included in the body of the request. So for example, to upload a text file with the currently signed in user's root OneDrive account, I'm going to use the following HTTP request. It's going to be an HTTP put that's going to go to the me/drive/root endpoint, and then I'm going to specify the file name, and then I'm also going to specify the content endpoint. I'm going to tell Graph that the data I'm sending it is just plain text, and then I'm going to put the contents of the file, which in this case is, this is a new small file. Now to update or replace an existing file, I'm going to submit the HTTP put to the location of the existing file using the file's ID in OneDrive. And so you can see an HTTP put is going to a similar endpoint of me/drive/items, but I'm passing in the ID of the item and then going to the content endpoint and adding in then the content that's going to be uploaded. You can also use the Microsoft Graph .NET SDK to do the same action. And assume a file is named mynewsmallfile.txt, and that's present in the current folder where my app is running. I can use the code that you see here on the slide to upload the currently signed in user to the file to the currently signed in user's root OneDrive account. So I'm going to get a reference to the file and store that in file name and file path. I'm then going to open up a stream to the file that's on my local machine. And then after I get an instance of the authenticated Graph client, I'm then going to upload the file by using the put async method, as you can see there on the slide. Microsoft Graph also supports uploading files larger than 4 megs up to the maximum file size that's supported by OneDrive. The support for large files also enables developers to resume a transfer in the scenarios where the upload was interrupted or it was paused. And uploading a large file involves creating an upload session followed by uploading bytes to that particular session. And as the upload session uploads the file, it reports back on the progress, allowing developers to provide feedback to the user that is uploading the file. So to upload a large file, I'm going to start by creating a new upload session. And I'm doing that with the HTTP post to the me/drive/root/create upload session. And I'm giving it the name of the file that I want to upload. This will return the upload session that contains the URL to upload the file to and when the temporary upload location will expire. So you can see there from the response that I get those two properties, the URL where I should upload it and the expiration date of when that must be uploaded to. Now, as long as the expiration date has not passed, I can resume the upload session when it isn't interrupted or paused the upload. Once you've created the upload session, you can then upload bytes to the temporary file in OneDrive. And in this example, you're uploading the first 25 bytes for a 128 byte file to the upload session. Now the content range that I'm specifying here is going to specify which chunk that I'm uploading for the total size and the total size of the file. The total size of the file should not change between the upload sessions, and if it does, the upload session is going to fail. The previous request will yield the following response that you see there at the bottom of the slide. That will again state the expiration time and the next expected range for the file. And when the last range of a file is received by the upload session, it's going to return an HTTP 201 created or an HTTP 200 OK response and include the drive item representing the completed file. Upload sessions can be resumed in scenarios where the session was interrupted or paused. And to resume a session, you first determine the missing range by submitting an HTTP GET to the upload session using the HTTP GET request that you see there on the slide. I can use that response to determine missing ranges and resume uploading the missing ranges. I can also cancel an upload session. I can do that by just submitting a HTTP delete request to the upload session endpoint, as you can see there at the bottom of the slide. Now the code on this slide is going to demonstrate how to upload a large file using the Microsoft Graph .NET SDK to the user's root OneDrive folder. And so here what you can see is I'm getting a reference to the large file, and then I'm creating a file stream to that file. Now I'm starting by getting an upload session. After I've authenticated to the Microsoft Graph, I'm creating an instance of the new upload session. Once I've done that, I'm then going to create an upload task. So you can see there I'm creating a new large file upload task object, passing in the upload session, the file stream, and the maximum chunk size. That's going to give me my large upload task. I'm then also going to create an upload progress reporter, and that's going to write out to the console every time that there's an update in uploading the file. It's going to go ahead and write that out to that message out to the console. And then finally, I'm going to go ahead and upload the file. I'm going to do that by calling large upload task dot upload async, and then pass in my progress object that I created, and it's going to give me the result back. If the file has been completely uploaded, it's then going to say report back that the upload has succeeded, so that I can write that out to the console to inform my user. To upload files to OneDrive, you need one of the following permissions. The specific permission required will depend on the operation that you want to do. So we have delegated permissions and we have application permissions, as you can see here.